Cool. Yeah. So we picked up last session with you in the Tower of the Magi, being led to where this ring of Corin was stored in the city of Abraham. You were led down below the surface of the city into what was, you were told, was an underground prison for magic users, where you were eventually led to a hidden room, inside of which was this gold signet ring, the Ring of Corin. Once you encountered it, you took a little bit of time to take in some of its details, and Arthur recognised this symbol on this ring of a crown with a sword sort of placed through the middle of it. Recognised this as the symbol of Hierophos, one of the three old gods of Thentos. Arthur shared this information and a bit of his own knowledge about Hierophos. Hierophos was considered, of the three old gods, to be the most powerful and sort of the de facto leader, I suppose, of this group. You were quite reluctant to hold the ring or to touch it. Eventually, Arthur tearing off a part of his tunic and carrying it inside of this piece of cloth, before you were plane shifted to the Citadel of the Sun. Upon your arrival, you were taken to meet with the Dawnmaster, who began the conversation by maybe not admonishing, but sort of confronting Arthur on failing on the task that they had been sent to Thentos to fulfill. Sent to find and retrieve this book and to kill Zeviel. Both parts, Arthur having failed, and in fact even working in league with Zeviel for a period of time. There was a little bit of back and forth before the Dawnmaster spoke about a secret and a mistake of the gods, the new gods of Thentos, which they have long attempted to hide, essentially, or keep quiet from the people of Thentos. He tells you that when Tyr struck down the old gods and killed them with a weapon forged by the Raven Queen, although he was able to kill Erephos and Phorophos, the last of the gods, Hierophos, was unable to be killed. And in a period of sort of desperation and confusion, these new gods, Tyr and the rest of the Pantheon, imprisoned Hierophos in some kind of shackles, which would hold Hierophos in this location beneath the world and the surface, with the idea being that if he was kept away, locked away, eventually his memory and his fate would sort of fade, his followers would fade away, and in doing so, his powers would fade. And it seems that for a rather significant period of time that had kind of worked, and seemed to be the collected version of this story told was of Tyr and the new gods striking down the three elder gods and killing them all. A secret which was not true. The Dawnmaster told you that Lathander had gone to meet with Tyr and the rest of the new gods to discuss this developing situation and how they may intervene. But the Dawnmaster did make clear that Tyr's directive to the new gods in general is that they are to be somewhat passive in their own actions, and one of the things they would do differently, whereas the elder gods essentially controlled and manipulated and meddled with the mortals of Thentos, instead these new gods would take a more hands-off role. The Dawnmaster going as far as saying that the regrowth in Hierophos' power that have led to this current situation were down to the greed and the hunger for power inside of the mortals on Thentos. Therefore, it was a problem for them to solve. And I guess by default, your party to play some role in. Nyx did not like this idea at all, and became extremely vocal about that. Eventually, you decided that rather than sitting back and waiting for Lathander, you would continue doing what you could. The Dawnmaster told you that Zeviel had not attacked Abahan. In fact, he'd kind of retreated and headed in a different direction and was travelling east on Leo, his sand dragon. You made some debates amongst the group. You know the Rings of Corrin. You are now aware there are 5 of them in existence, and they cannot be destroyed as long as Haraphos lives. One of them now stays in the Citadel of the Sun, where you left it, with the Dawnmaster. One is with the Emperor of Austriel, Elliot Austriel, and one is with Kulgar, the leader of the Orcs of Jakrash. You are also now aware, following the Dawnmaster's information, that Kulgar has at some point around 10 years ago gone to where Haraphos is imprisoned and essentially had some kind of audience with Haraphos. And that did not seem to bode pretty well, in your opinions. So you have decided, despite Jakrash and Austriel both being east of where Abahan was, in Z's possible direction, you elected to travel to Jakrash, plane shift to essentially as close as you could get to Kolga. Rather than a capital city, he is essentially moves around the wastes of Jakrash, and to try and take this ring from him. You were plane shifted back to Thentos, where you quickly found yourselves in the middle of a fight between some feathered flying dinosaurs and some troll type creatures of some description. Fought against them for some time, experiencing some of the fun, which is the regenerative abilities of trolls. Before you, as we left off last time, you were interrupted. All the water in this swamp area you were sort of started turning a bit of a foul, dank brown colour, and you were interrupted by some kind of rotted-looking unicorn-type creature with its flesh just peeling away from the muscles in places. This decrepit, decaying beast. So we pick up at the top of round 4 of this current combat. And just because it's really important to mention, I guess, just in case anyone has forgot, during the last combat, Nyx did misfire, unjam, and then misfire again. So your weapon is currently jammed, Nyx.
Forgot about that.
I'm going to unjam it.
Of course. Make a Tinker's check for me.
Does it get progressively more difficult to fix every time it jams?
It doesn't, but should we do that? Plus 10 each time.
Add 2 to the DC every time.
He's getting better at repairing it. He's getting the practice.
Okay, goes up by 2 every time, but every 10 times it drops by 10.
Well done, Nyx. I haven't gone back to check in like the videos or anything, but Cormac has a theory. Cormac believes he has misfired in every single combat.
I believe that is correct.
That feels right, yeah.
Great.
Well done, Nyx. Your weapon is no longer jammed. Is there anything else you want to do in your turn?
No.
Okay. Cool. This creature is up next. Can I get, at the start of its turn, Jahan and Nyx, can I get a concentration check from each of you, please? Not concentration, a constitution even.
Ooh.
Wow.
Guess what? The failure is your gun jams.
Before I roll 2 dice.
Arthur, you're within range of Arthur? No, you're not.
No, you have to be within 10 feet of me for my things, and that's a D4 on saves.
Oh, of course it is, yeah. I'm not sure, but you kept the highest anyway, and the highest was the first one, so you're okay. You both failed that. So this creature, as it sort of approaches, you can see the ground around you sort of just begins turning a slightly brown colour, almost as if the sort of just it becomes dank and a little dirty, a little decaying itself. Each of you have got disadvantage on your next attack roll or ability check. Then, on its turn, yeah, this creature stops and looks in your direction for a moment, Nyx, and then you see it sort of rear up and it begins pulling its hooves back and it just dashes up towards you, lowers its head so these 3 horns just pointing straight towards you, and just runs towards you, attempting to gore you.
Ooh.
Which hits you for 33 damage, Nyx.
Shit.
Right. Why? What did I ever do to it?
Yeah, it runs towards you, gores at you with that, and you sort of take this sort of piercing. You can, some of the horns sort of pierce through your armor into your chest, you can feel like the wound sort of burns with this like necrotic damage on top of it, just disease carrying around from this thing, and it just pushes the horns towards you, just try and sort of dig them in towards you a second time, which it succeeds at.
Yeah.
For a further 28 Nyx. Nyx, can you make for me? Where am I looking? Oh yeah. Can you make for me another Constitution save?
Ooh. Nyx.
Yeah, it stabs. It sort of runs up you, gores you with those horns, and then just kind of just pushes forwards, digging them into your chest, Nyx. And you feel this just burning sensation. And that is the end of its turn. Arthur, it's your turn.
So that's not ideal. As a start, it's not looking great.
If it helps as well, the 2 trolls that are down currently only took physical and bludgeoning damage last turn.
Have they not taken fire damage yet?
Both of those two, I did check back, both of those two only took bludgeoning or piercing on their last turn.
You muppets, why have you not burnt them yet? Yeah, I don't want to waste more spells. Surely someone else can do something with fire, right? I can't be the only one that has fire things. Because I need to go stand in front of this big thing so that Nyx doesn't die.
What are they wearing?
What are they wearing?
Yeah.
Nothing, right?
Oh yeah, these trolls they are naked creatures, yes.
Cool. In which case, I cannot do anything with fire.
Oh, you've got heat metal, haven't you?
Yeah.
But,
So you may be the only person who can do anything with fire.
I mean, I'm sure Carl has a torch on him. I'm going to, because this feels like a more pressing threat currently, I will go, this is probably important, and I'm gonna clutch it, just put my hand to my chest and kind of pull at my holy symbol and cast haste on myself.
Mm-hmm.
It does drop my hunter's mark, because they're both concentration.
Yeah.
But this seems bad. So I'm hasted. I can't move. Oh, what the hell?
That's strange.
I literally can't move. I can measure. I cannot move myself.
Try refreshing quick, baby.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Any better?
Nope, still can't move. Now I can.
Very strange. Okay.
How odd. Right. What have I done?
Oh, I had it set to no movement. That's why.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh my god, I can't count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can get to here
You
with
can.
my movement. So I cast haste and I'll burst across there as quick as I can. As I get over to it, I'm going to use my channel divinity.
Okay.
Because I'm within 10 feet of this guy now. Because I'm pretty sure it's a bonus action. Yeah. I'm going to chant a vow of enmity.
Yeah.
Or scream a vow of enmity. I'm not sure at this point. And then using my hasted action, I'll just take one swing with my sword.
Yeah.
Which is an advantage because of vow of enmity.
Yeah.
Is that automated, or do I need to click it?
Don't think so.
Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I clicked before I said it. I think I'm supposed to. Okay. I think I'm supposed to do Divine Smite before. Oh no, when I hit with a melee weapon attack.
Yeah.
Cool.
It
In
is.
that case, yeah, I'll burn a Divine Smite on that. I think.
Seems like a good time.
I guess we'll go 3rd level. Because I don't want Nyx to die.
Nice.
Are we doubling value or doubling dice?
Double dice. Roll another
The
four
rolls
for me, yeah.
or...
Nice.
Should have doubled the value. There we go. We'll have that much damage, please.
Solid.
Oh god, it's still only wounded. Cool. And then, yeah, that's me.
Nice.
That's
At the
my turn
end of
done.
your turn, this creature is going to take a legendary action.
Yeah, thought it might.
And it is going to... it's going to use 2 of its legendary actions, in fact, to make a gore attack on you, Arthur.
Yep.
It just turns around towards you and starts swinging that head towards you viciously.
Yep.
Which is a crit hit.
What? This is going to end badly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm resistant to necrotic, which some of the damage is.
Some of the damage is necrotic, yes.
I don't know how resistant, how much it's going to matter. I can't see how much the damage is.
No, it's not rolled it yet.
Okay.
You've got some kind of reaction, it looks like.
I disagree.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Why has it not rolled the damage on that then? How strange. Let's roll the damage now.
is it because it's not its turn?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, it might have done something weird there, yeah. That is entirely possible.
Because that is a reaction on its part. Well, it's not a reaction; it's a legendary action, isn't it? But
Yeah. That's...
something tells me I'm about to drop haste, which is going to be real bad.
So it should be...
How much did it do in one hit to Cormac? It was like 30, right? Be fun.
Why can I not just get this to roll? Let me just try this quickly. Ah, that's better. Then I just need to add the critical amount to it. So that does that. That forces a concentration check for you.
Yeah, cool.
And then
What was it? 25 damage.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening. Okay.
There's actually some extra damage to it because that wasn't the crit. So you're resistant to necrotic, aren't you?
I'm resistant to necrotic.
So
Yeah.
that becomes 9 with that, and then for the piercing would be another 24.
Hell. Yeah, it was impossible for me to save.
Yes, it would have been with the full damage there.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I just went from nearly 100 health to 25.
That was a pretty severe hit, yeah.
And I now can't do anything next turn.
This gutter troll over here is going to regenerate at the start of its turn. Yeah, you see it, Carl, near you. It gets up, it immediately just turns around and swings at that giant constrictor snake and just takes a bite at it. And then swings its claws, which is a miss, and one more time, which is a hit. Jahan, you had been suspiciously quiet so far, but all of a sudden you seem keen to take part.
Yeah. Just having a quick think.
Yeah, it's all good.
Can I move through friendly people?
Yes, yeah.
I think. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, there we are. 10. 30 foot to there. Then I'm going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Nice.
And I think I can do it in a way that... Oh, I can't because it's incredibly wide. I was trying to avoid Pepper and everyone. Is there any way I can do this right?
You realise the snake is my summon, right?
No.
Oh yes, sorry, that changed everything. That snake is Elwin's. Elwin's summoned that with his druid abilities.
Oh, I missed that part last session.
That is friendly to you. Yeah. If you want to reposition, do anything different, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I will not be doing that because that will be bad. How do I cancel this?
Might be able to right click.
Yeah, there you go. Right, so let's just start again. Rewind. Okay, so we've just got then this troll up here, which I can't do anything about because of fire, and then this Equinox.
Yeah.
Equinox, which looks horrendous. Okay, so
I've given you the spell slot for that back, by the way.
oh, did I already spend it? Did I? When would I have used it? 'Cause I've only got one spell slot apparently. I don't know. Maybe I did.
That's a good question.
There are other ones as well, so maybe I don't know, was there a long rest last week?
There wasn't, to be fair. No.
That's probably this.
Oh yeah, they're probably still from when you dispelled magic.
Yeah, I think so. I need to rethink what I'm doing because I have.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So the enemy creatures are the 2 trolls, and yeah, the Equitox.
Yeah, it helps that I if I. It helps if I hide up my other spells. I've really got very. The Xbox has no metal on it, right?
No.
It doesn't. Is that a bull ring I can see in its nose? It totally has a ring in its nose.
Yes, then let's say yes.
I'm not going to eat metal. That I'm just. That's just. I think it's probably shatter. Yeah, I'll probably stay here then, and I'll just shatter. Yeah, so I pull out a little doll, but the doll is of an owlbear, and I will sort of like a clockwork mechanism in its back, and I'll keep winding it up, and as I wind it up, it starts to screech out of its mouth to eventually it lets out this piercing scream, and it casts shatter. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a lot of dice. Why roll so many dice? Didn't know why roll all those d6s.
Yeah, I don't know why. They're not actually registered or anything. It's only got 3d8
That
in
was
there.
that was, I think, it finally rolling. The
Oh!
damage.
Did it just roll the Equitox's
Ah.
damage?
No, it rolled, I think it rolled
Oh,
the
the
damage.
cool. Right, yeah,
it
yeah.
was, it was the lightning bolt because you placed
Yeah.
a template.
Yeah.
Yeah, fails its save.
Cool. And then I don't think I've got any bonus actions, so I will.
Oh, hang on. Whoa, one sec. That was. That was actually that. Hang on, what save is this? Constitution. Oh yeah, yeah. So that was actually a dex save. That was for the lightning bolt again. So one sec. I'm just gonna undo that and then actually roll the con save instead. That's better. Which does critically pass.
Fucking hell. So it takes 5 damage. I'm assuming.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did have advantage that, by the way. It has magic resistance.
Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, my computer's also really struggling for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know if it's internet or not, but my or maybe it's your server. I don't know, but the
Possibly.
my character sheet's really slow to do anything.
Okay.
I don't think I can do anything else. There's nothing else I really want to do. Oh, I could do that. I'm going to finish long rest. I haven't ever used that. Okay, so that's not all that. Oh no, this one. That's what I meant to do. As an action. Fucking hell! Why is it an action? That's ridiculous. All right, I think I'm done. I'm going to just step back. That's
Okay.
what I'm going to
Yeah,
do.
that's cool. Elwyn.
I've just noticed my character sheet's missing a load of stuff.
Missing a load of stuff.
Yeah, I've got none of my
There
Oh,
you
it's
go.
just come back.
It's because I was testing sharpshooter the other day. I fixed sharpshooter so it works again. I just left the filter turned on.
Gonna bonus action.
Mhm.
Shapeshift. Shapeshift.
Yep.
And I will pick this one. Gonna do it. But it's the story from Chalice.
Yep. Yep.
And then I'm gonna move to here. And I am going to cast a healing spell. But the thing is, the story from Chalice, whenever you cast a spell that restores hit points to a creature, you or another creature of 30 regain the Sacred Roll. So I'm gonna heal Nyx and then Sacred Roll heal R12.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So I am going to cure wounds for Nyx, which is an awful roll.
There's a bit for Nyx. I think you should be able to. I think
Yeah,
if you click on that scaled roll bit, it should roll the dice. I think.
Yeah. Does that for what? I thought I was gonna be better than that. Oh, it should be a +3 as well, so it should be 5.
Oh yeah, yeah, you are right.
Then I will 20. I'll just stand there.
Nice.
And
Nice.
that
nice,
is my go
nice.
down. I thought I'd do a nice healing go, but if I rolled poorly.
Yeah, the dice were not on your side there. This gutter troll here regains some hit points. It is still grappled by the constrictor snake, though, so it will just swing its claws at the snake. Which is 2 hits and then a bite, which misses. And that snake has a ton of hit points and is still standing despite all these claws. Carl.
Right. So Carl is looking over from there, breathing heavily from whatever running he'd just done before, and I can see the whatever it is the evil unicorn thing, laying into people. But I can also see 2 trolls getting up.
You can.
He's going to fight against his natural instinct to try and run across, because that unicorn is just too far away.
Well, you still have your blinding thing, don't you, as well?
Oh, I do.
I think that's the one you rolled last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is, and I believe it's is it 30 feet range? It's a lot of scrolling up. No.
That's right. I've got it here. I'll pop it into chat. There you go. Yeah, 30 feet.
30 feet. That's okay. Okay, 30 feet. Oh, but that's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, too many choices to make while you're currently raging. Carl is going to fight against rage in this particular case, and he will. Can I take advantage of that? I probably can. Going to take advantage of keeping the rage up just for a second. He's going to move through to. I want to get closer to the thing. Move through to here.
Yep.
And then he is going to attack this guy. Recklessly.
Nice.
Which puts it down.
It does.
Then he is going to go, okay, that was better than I thought. He's going to step through. He's then going to step up to this one. And do the same thing.
Nice.
And hopefully put that one down as well.
Yeah, they both go down again.
Then he is going to use the last of his move, which is probably 10 feet, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Just to get to here so I can just see round the stuff. And then he's going to take a deep breath and he is going to cancel the rage. And that's the end of his turn. Can't take any other bonus actions.
Nice. Shane, your big snake.
It's not an action just to release the restrictor. And
No, you can just release it. That's fine. Yeah.
He's gonna go over here and click on it, and he is going to constrict on the unicorn.
Nice.
Or not?
No, not unfortunately.
But it's a different target there for it to hit. And I like to block Carl's view.
That's fine. I don't like looking at the unicorn.
Nyx, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stab it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stab it.
Sure.
So I hopefully don't die. Okay.
Almost misfired with that.
Oh my god. Sneak attack.
Yay.
Nice. Yeah, you get 14 damage from that.
We could do it again.
Okay.
Damn it.
Never mind. Is it dead?
It's not dead, no, Nyx. I'm afraid not.
Oh. Okay, that's my 10.
Okie dokie, fair enough. At the end of your turn, it's going to use another legendary action. And it teleports to here. You just see it just flashes out for just a moment and just appears on the other side of the constrictor snake.
That seems unfair.
Going after Pepper.
At the start of its turn, get everybody to make for me a Constitution save. Nope. These whiffy rolls. Nice. Everyone other than Elwyn and Nyx has disadvantage on their next attack rolls.
Just attack roll?
Is that due to disease?
No, it is not. It is a befouling aura. Essentially, you can feel almost the each of you can feel the moisture inside of you almost just disappearing. You just sort of become this dehydrated sort of feeling as you just sort of suddenly feel desperately thirsty.
Kobolds don't have moisture in them.
Between the three of them, they've got enough. And then this creature does teleports over to here, and it does just turn around and slam its horns down towards Pepper.
You bastard.
There is a thematic reason for this. Hits for 32 damage.
Bye, Pepper. Bloody hell, how many hit points has Pepper got?
Pepper scales with Elwyn. So Pepper's still alive currently. And then it takes a second gore at Pepper.
Bye, Pepper.
Which does hit. You Elwyn, you hear Pepper sort of squeal out as it just pushes the horns into Pepper's the side of Pepper's body, and then again the same as it did to Nyx. It just sort of charges forward. It means just driving them deep in, and as it drives them in the second time with the second push, you hear Pepper yelp out, and then it pulls back, and Pepper's body sort of goes limp. Pulls back as it pulls the horns back, almost drags backwards with it a little bit, and that shakes its head, and Pepper falls down to the ground. Archer, it's your turn.
Done. I can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
Nope.
Why not?
Because haste dropped.
Oh yeah, you lost the concentration.
I have a wave of lethargy.
You are exhausted. Yeah, I totally forgot you
cannot move or take actions on my turn.
Fair enough.
I slightly pivot my head.
This gutter troll here heals for 10, and then it dashes down towards the nearest thing to it and swings its claws at the Equitox. Hits with one of them, and then takes a bite at it, and hits again for 9. At the end of the gutter troll's turn, the Equitox uses legendary action, and it takes these swings from the gutter troll, and then it just turns around from where it had dropped Pepper, and turns around, just immediately just dashes down with its head down towards this troll. And misses. Jahan, it's your turn.
Yeah, one sec.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember something. Yeah. Okay, so I used to step back if it's a ranged weapon, don't I?
Yeah, otherwise you get disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just take a step back.
Mm-hmm. It will get opportunity attack on you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Which does hit.
Yeah, I don't want to use any of those, which actually did not help me at all.
Okay. Gets 25 through, but yeah, you're able to
Jesus
pull out
Christ,
the way.
That's so much. I'm really confused.
Okay.
So my spell refueling ring
Mhm.
comes up as a reaction, but it says while wearing this ring, the creature can recover one expended slot as an action. So is an action or is it a reaction?
It is an action, yeah. No, it is an action. Let me change that. I don't know why that's like that. But yeah, spell refueling is definitely an action.
Awesome. It just popped up as a reaction I could do. Then I'm going to just shoot it with my lightning launcher.
Nice. Nice, that hits for 6.
Can I once on each of your turns when you hit a creature with it, you can do an extra 1d6 lightning damage as well. So I'll do that now.
Yeah, go for it.
An extra 5.
Nice.
And I have extra attack, right? Yeah. So I'll do it again.
Yeah.
No miss.
Yeah, that one is, yeah.
Then I'm done.
Nice. Okay. At the end of your turn, it teleports again down to here. Elwyn, it's your turn. You may be muted. Yeah, that hits. 9 damage. Not the second one, unfortunately.
Might go down.
Okay. This gutter troll next to you, Carl. You just hear this like coughing and spluttering as it bursts back up to life. It gets up from prone and just looks around in a sort of confusion and immediately just swings around and swings its claws at you.
Ooh.
Which is a hit, unless you want to do anything. No worries. So yeah, it gets 10 slashing damage through on you.
You mean he didn't use shield? What?
I was going to use shield, but I was on mute. It attacked me. It's attacked me again.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to again. I wanted to use shield, but it attacked before I could click it.
It gives you a timeout. There's a timeout on it. Did you want to shield both of them?
I would like to shield both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. There you go. Yeah.
Okay, and that's that will have used a spell slot, I believe.
Yeah, what I'll do is
Do that automatically, or
there. I'll do that and then put it all up your AC like it should do.
excellent.
Cool. And then it'll still take its last attack. It will just bite at you with the last one.
Mm-hmm.
That hits even through the 23.
Oh, ow! That hurt, although not terrible. Am I not immune to fire damage? No, I'm not.
And it is then your turn.
It is my turn. Yeah, so I'm not overly impressed with that. And fighting back the urge to just smack it again with the sword, Carl is actually going to look at. So, Firebolt, is that a ranged attack?
It's a ranged spell attack, yeah.
Range, so I probably ought to move away from it before I use it. So I will.
You go movie.
Right. Okay. Another question. If I action surge,
Yes.
can I? That's a whole. Is that a whole nother turn? So I can then cast a spell. Assuming if I haven't cast a spell already.
Yeah.
So I could hit it. I could hit it with the sword,
Yep.
and then once I finish doing that, action surge, and then hit it with a spell.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that will work then. So I will attack myself. I would like to take that back and attack it instead.
That is a hit. Yeah.
Excellent. Damage from that is what?
Roll an attack on it. I'm
Roll an
sure
attack on it. That makes more sense.
You'll probably hit. He says.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that helped. But
it's cool. I mean, you're gonna
Yes.
with
It's gonna
your
die.
bonuses. Yeah, you're on 2d6 plus 1d6 plus. Yeah.
so that died. Then I'm going to again jump back to this one, and with
Yep.
luck, off it as well.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to finish my move by stepping back just a little bit. And then I will action surge.
If it helps to switching between the target and tool, by the way, you can just press T when you're hovering over something to target it.
T, I forget that. Thank you. I will try and remember that. T. Right, yeah, I will then action surge, which I haven't got set up on my little bar, so that's down here. And then, from the pouch, he pulls out just a little bit of powder, I reckon, and then blows it towards one of the trolls.
Nice.
And casts. Not from there, spell work. Firebolt.
Whoa!
Boom. It's
This is why
actual
we
dead
needed
troll.
him. Oh
quite a lot of
god, and
damage.
Firebolt is actually really good as well because it's done off character level, not class level.
That's a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It says.
Wait, is it character level?
Cantrips are done off of character level.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And
He's
that
falling for magic. He's falling for it.
that ends my turn.
Yeah.
Is that the first time Carl's cast Firebolt?
That's the first time I've cast Shield and the first time I've cast Firebolt.
Oh, how does it feel?
Yeah, it's dirty.
One of us.
And
One
all the
of
time
us.
he had to swallow the rage just to be able to cast the spell.
Ooh.
Shane, you have a big angry snake.
Nice. For now.
Yeah, I set you up for that one, didn't I?
I nearly did it last turn, but you know what?
Yeah. Nice, that one hits. And it becomes grappled. Nyx, is your turn.
I don't know what I'd do.
Shoot it.
I'll shoot it.
Yeah.
It's not going to go well, but I'll shoot it.
What's the worst that could happen?
My gun breaks. That's the worst that will happen.
It's all good. It's all good.
Why the plus 10? No, plus 9.
Yeah, get 17 damage through.
Oh, apparently I don't have my gun reload.
Okay.
I need to. I'll reload. Is reloading my gun an action?
You can use it as one. It actually counts as an attack, so you can use it as one of your attacks. Because you get 2 attacks, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I get? Wait, no, never mind.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. At the start of its turn. Yeah, that is everybody again.
We're all gonna make a roll.
Get everyone to make a Constitution save again for me.
Oh, fuck's sake. I should be good at this.
You should be.
+7 to my
Carl-
con saves, right?
Carl and Johanna.
Oh, no, only
good.
+2.
I rolled 2 dice again for some reason. I don't know why.
I think.
wait.
I think when you hover over the symbols to roll now, it pops up with a little plus and minus. I think it might be that we're misclicking on those. I'll see if I can turn that
possibly
off because I've done that actually a couple times when I was testing stuff the other night. It's something new that
Apparently
got
it rolled
added.
disadvantage, so I still passed.
Nice.
Wait a second, I get +9 to con, and I still managed to fail twice.
You get +9 to con.
Apparently, so yeah.
Wait, why have
saves,
you got... You've got my Aura of Protection effect twice for some reason.
Oh.
Well, the symbol is next to you twice. I
No,
assume
he's only got it. He's only got it on the character sheet once. Yeah.
It's weird that the symbol's there twice.
I can also only see it once on his token.
Oh,
So can I.
exciting.
Cool. The Equitox throws one of these gore attacks in the direction of that giant snake. Hits it for 31 damage. It will then, charges in this direction. Charges at you, Arthur, and just
Yeah, that seems fair.
head down, throws those towards you.
Duck it.
Yeah, you duck it.
Yeah, I duck it.
Slide underneath and just duck underneath its lowered head. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that is all for that creature. Is your turn, Arthur?
Yes, and like the beautiful angel I am, as I duck under it, I then just push up with my sword,
Don't forget you do have
going
disadvantage.
straight for the head. Yeah, but I also have advantage from my Vow of Enmity. So
Oh
it's
yes,
very
you do. Yeah, of course you do.
That isn't concentration.
Yeah.
Thank fuck. So that's just a straight roll. And this thing is it was close to death apparently.
It was.
So yeah, I just push up from the ground as I duck under it with the sword again, just straight through, like under the chin.
Nice, yeah, and you do, and its body just slumps forward and just lands in a mass bump as it falls over you onto the ground.
I assume slightly on me considering I'm under it, but
No, you're fine.
okay. Cool. I'm just there like that was really gross. And that was really painful.
Anything else for you?
Does it look like it's dead?
You can take the rest of your turn to do a thorough check if you want.
Would that not be an action? Because I've already kind of started.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Right?
Yes, yeah, I think.
So, in my
It
friendly
certainly
sense,
slumps down. Oh,
I'll
you're just
smack it again. I'm doing divine damage. If it's an undead thing, this should fucking ruin it.
That definitely hurts.
I stab it. Yeah, I stab. And I think that's all I want to do. Do I? Oh, here's the question. Do I feel my Vow of Enmity still in place?
No.
So it's dropped. It's at least dropped to 0 hit points. Okay. Cool. I'm done. I stand over it in case.
Nice. Jahan.
There's no hostiles that I can see, right?
This gutter troll here is down, but it didn't take fire damage last turn.
Oh, okay. Well, there's not much to do about that.
Get a torch out.
I've got it. I've got that sorted.
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah. Ooh, that fire. Did he take fire damage, or does he need to be burned? And that's it. Nothing else to do.
That's cool. Elwyn.
I will also do nothing.
Nice.
You're not going to go save Pepper?
The gutter troll gets to its feet and just dashes over towards you again, Carl. Just squeals out and starts swinging its claws at you. That is a hit.
I might as well try a little absorb. Oh, too late. Doesn't matter. I'll just take it.
I will change that timeout. I thought
That's okay. No, I've got like 4 options at that point. It's hard to think. I was going to absorb elements, but I don't think I'll bother. I'll just take it.
Okay. Throws a second one at you and then takes a bite at you. And then it is your turn, Carl.
It's right in front of me again. So I guess. So if I attack it when it's there, that is disadvantage?
If it's a ranged attack, yes.
Yeah, it's a ranged attack. So
lightning bolt is, yeah.
Okay, so I will have to move away then. So I will step around it and then move away.
Okay.
And it attacks me, and I will not take a reaction.
Cool.
And then I will target it with a firebolt. See, that's the problem. Can't trust magic just when you think it's gonna work.
Fuck's sake, Carl.
Well, yeah, I will. I'm just gonna move slightly and put myself between it and everyone else, and just shout, "I've got this."
Nyx.
I will hit this. Actually, no, I won't. Actually, wait, no, yes, I will, but I'll hit it with the front side thing. How do I do that again?
Shift. Nice.
Actually, Carl will just shout back while Nyx is hitting it. Did you want one of these alive?
Yeah, I'll keep it alive. That's why I was hitting it with the.
Well, it seems to keep coming back. But yeah,
I think Elwyn had possibly said about having one alive, hadn't he, last time? He might feel differently after how this has gone. Right, I'm about to click a button. It might make everyone refresh, but I don't think it will. Let's find out. No, it's fine. And I think that might make those reaction timeouts longer, though. Arthur.
So, wait, are we keeping it alive? I looked at Elwyn, I guess, who apparently took 4. Did you want this guy alive?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I won't go kill him. I will wander over and check Pepper to see if I can feel any breathing.
You cannot, no.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to use. I'll use like 10 hit points in my lay on hands.
Mm-hmm.
Try and heal Pepper. Not 01, 10. I just say, good dog.
Yeah. You stand over it, and as you sort of lay on hands and pass over some of your energy over, you see Pepper's just begins to take these like struggled and difficult breaths, but does seem to be alive.
Be blessed by the morning, Lord, good Papa. Your time is not yet done. That's my turn.
Nice. Jahan. I mean, if you guys are just looking to restrain this creature at this point, that's totally fine.
I think that's the intention, right?
I think we are. It's just it being someone needs to get over before it comes back to life again.
I'm not doing that.
That's all right. Nix has got it. Nix is there.
Weak AF. I'm just going to turn around to Alwyn and say, well, I don't really reckon much of this. What's the place called?
Jakresh.
Jakresh, thank you. This Jakresh that you're such a fan of, we could have should have gone to Griffin's Deal, don't you think?
I think Griffin's still.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
We were wanted in Griffin's still.
Well, I'm not.
That is very true.
I have nothing else to do, really.
That's cool. Elwyn.
FNAF's too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. This creature will pop back up again and turn to you, Nyx, and just swing its claws at you. Which hits for 10 damage. And another one. And then finally just pulls back and swings a bite at you, which misses. I was hoping for comedy effect. That would have taken you down, Nyx. Oh well.
That would have been quite funny.
Carl, it's your turn.
My turn. It's there. So we want it alive.
Yes. Elwyn's going to talk to it.
That sounds like a great idea. I will move round to here. And... oh, sod it, just attack it. Oh, wow. I don't know why I got... oh, I flanked it. Yeah. And then a double crit, which is lovely.
And you meant it.
Yep. Indeed. And then with my second action, can I maybe lock it up a little bit?
I'd say, yeah, I mean, you guys have got...
Oh,
like,
shit.
Oh.
I will
You
remove
have a
from
whole
my...
feat for this, right?
no, I don't. Well, I have, but no, I don't even need that. I will reach round to my pack, and then hanging off of there, I will tug off this rope. And I will sort of throw it out, and I will say the keyword, and the other end will dart forward to entangle a creature you can see within 20 feet.
Yeah.
The target must succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw or become restrained.
With it, well, technically dead currently, then yeah, it will just
Does
fail.
seem unlikely. And then, I mean, I'm maybe that might be pushing it a bit to have done that as well as attacking, but
I think that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys drop out of initiative.
Oh.
A few seconds later, this creature again, for by my count, 6th time in the last sort of 90 seconds, coughs and splutters as it comes back to life, and immediately you see it start to struggle, but it finds itself restrained by this magical rope that you have, Carl.
He can actually break it free, but we'll
You're
keep poking
fine.
it to stop it. Well, look over at Elwyn. So, do you want to talk to it then?
Yeah. First thing I'll do, though, is one of my abilities is it nighttime or daytime?
It's daytime currently. It's early morning still. It's just the sun's only recently risen, so yeah, it's very early morning.
I still get my starry map.
What was it you're trying to do with it?
Have a map of the area.
This isn't a map. This is a star chart, isn't it? Of like stars.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't. Well, one it ain't gonna work.
That's cool.
In Giant or Orcish, I wanna ask where the nearest settlement is.
It responds as you sort of reach out. It responds to you in Giant. Its voice is extremely sort of croaky and broken. It's clearly taken a lot of damage. Like this thing has technically died 6 times in the last short period of time. And it sort of croaks back at you. It initially starts with just like throwing like expletives and just rage and noise at you. But as you just sort of calmly ask it, it just sort of carries on quite angry at you and just says, never tell you! Never tell you!
I will cast level 2 charm person.
Nice.
Oh. Is it humanoid?
Why?
Pretty sure I'd Google and check trolls are humanoid.
They might be giants.
One sec. For some reason, this one. Yeah, it has no effect.
Right, you could just kill it.
If you guys want to kill it, you can do it, Carl. It's restrained and you have fire.
We will. As long as it's not going to damage the rope, I will just blow fire onto it.
That's fine.
Right,
Yeah.
I'd skewer it before you do it. It's like cooking a kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drops down dead.
Well, that was a lot. I look down at the hole in my stomach, and then look over at Nyx with a matching hole. You're right there, mate.
Carl will move up next to Nyx and say, "Are you all right?"
Oh, I think Nyx is actually AFK. I've just so noticed in on the lower left, like the player bit.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna do some healing.
Oh, that's just what I
I
was going to do.
I was going to. Wait, what? You can't do healing for Carl. You're not allowed
yeah.
to do healing.
I can
I'll
do healing.
do that one on Nyx.
Oh, okay, you can do more than me.
I can do a bit of healing. I've got cure wounds, so not like loads, but I do a bit. I do a bit on myself. Oh no, someone said. Wait, no, don't worry. I do a bit on myself to start with.
I mean, before we start spending a load of spell slots, is there no way we're just going to take a short rest? Those are a thing.
Might want to find where we are first.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I'll be back in 1 sec.
No sweat.
Or before we, burn all our spell slots and stuff, healing. We're level 11, so we have a lot of hit dice to spend. Nah. Oh wait, no.
What?
Sam, is that your notes on the thing?
No?
Oh, well, it wasn't me, but it's very much written like it was written by me. Was that you, Phil?
What? Where?
The notes on Legend Keeper.
No?
It's got to be Sam then.
I would have thought so.
No one else writes notes on it.
You can prove nothing.
I mean, your name is literally popping up as the hovering at the moment.
Fine. Yes, it was me.
That's quite funny.
I wasn't being mean. That thing may attack beasts and animals before humanoids.
You were being mean.
That's fair. Yeah, sure. Who the fuck is ringing my work number at this time of night?
Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
It's an unknown number, so in that
Yeah,
case,
Paul
Oh, so it
McCartney.
would definitely be Paul
That's
McCartney.
definitely it's his personal number.
yeah. But if I pick
He
up
doesn't
now,
really
it's not, is it? It's just going to be some arsehole.
Pick it up and go, Mr. McCartney, and if he doesn't respond with something, then you just hang up.
Yeah, I guess what would you all like to do?
Well, I am fond of the idea of having a short rest, but I'm also fond of knowing where we are before we do that. So we kind of need to have a bit of a look around our area, don't we, to work out where we are and if it's safe for us to find a spot to rest in.
Yeah, I mean, you guys literally plane shifted right into the middle of this, didn't you? Yeah.
Is there any? Is it look to be around us? The area look to be relatively flat topography, or is there like ups and downs? Like, is there a high ground I could climb to?
There's some hills dotted around you. You're in a sort of marshy, swampy piece of ground. It's certainly like a flat, open plains. You can't see out from a distance from where you are. There's a few hills sort of dotted around. You're not quite in a deep valley, but you're kind of in a lowered part. There's certainly some higher areas around you. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to point to the nearest high ground and suggest to everyone that we walk up to the top of that so we can have a view of where we are and also then rest there where we can see if anyone's coming. Just catch our breath for an hour or so. It's been a busy few hours.
Is it? I hadn't noticed.
I mean, the last 4 sessions have all taken place within, 24 hours, right?
You'd have thought if we were visiting the shrine of a god, they might have, I don't know, offered us some sort of.
Well, they probably would have done, but you all said you wanted to fucking leave, so.
Well, one of you started the conversation by saying "fuck the gods," but
Yeah. I was kind of hoping we'd get all the glorious delights of visiting.
I mean, to be
a
fair,
temple of
you talk about a lot's happened in 4 sessions. 12 hours ago, you were still on Z's side.
Yeah, a lot's happened.
But
And I blame Carl for most of it.
Entirely fair.
We climb a hill. I just make everyone follow me if they're not already. I go this way and march off towards the nearest hill.
Nice, yeah. You'll find a nearby high spot and climb up to it. From here, you can see out a little clearer. Elwyn has been in Jakresh before. Nobody else in your group has ever been in this area of the world. As you sort of reach this sort of slightly higher hill, you sort of look out around, and as far as you can see, there is just wasteland. There's no signs of built up civilization. You can't see any sort of cities or towns or anything in the distance. The area in currently seems to be, as I say, sort of quite swampy, a little desolate. You can see using you sort of know what time of the morning it is, using the positioning of the sun, you can see what appears to be a northwesterly direction of you. You can see the edges of a forest, probably having a look from where you are now, probably a good, through this sort of terrain, 6 to 8 hours march, maybe longer depending on how the terrain goes. Let's say you're in quite a sort of swampy, marshy area currently. Have a look out in the other directions. There are no obvious sort of landmarks. Nothing that looks particularly sort of like it is a habitat of any kind. From where you are, you can see, as you look around in the various directions, you can occasionally see dots of movement. But all of this appears to be in quite some distance. Certainly nothing seems to be immediately heading in your direction. Could be natural life, could be enemies coming towards you. Not the safest place you've ever felt, but you don't seem in any immediate threat where you are currently.
Well, I'm going to suggest to everyone this is a pretty good place to plonk our butts for an hour or so just to catch our breath, come up with the plan, etc. And would like
Yeah.
to be able to take a short rest. And no one is disagreeing with me, so I'm going to suggest that's what we do.
You could all benefit from a short rest.
Yay. The auto roll button, dude. Does that just roll dice until
It will roll dice until you get to. It will roll dice, I believe, until you get to within
close,
one dice of your maximum.
89 out of 92. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Mine took me up to maximum, which was nice.
Yeah, I think it takes you up to one dice from it, and then if not, it will let you choose. Yeah.
I have 9 d8 left after how many I just rolled, which I think it must be at least 3, if not 4. How many dice should I have?
11 total.
In which case...
You rolled 1d8 plus 2.
Oh, plus 2, that's where I got... I must have rolled really well on the first one. No, it was the first one. Where's the first one?
The only roll that's popped up for you... Oh, no. You rolled an 8 on the first one.
Oh, well, that's why.
Yeah,
so
you
roll high numbers.
Yeah, you only rolled 2 dice.
I'm using action now to use my spell refueling ring to get the spell slot back. I can't really just do this, can I?
Yeah, you have to do it manually. Yeah.
Spell storing item. Once you finish a long rest. Okay, fine.
Nix, as you sort of sit back and take this rest, you're able to rest up. But those wounds on your chests, they burn a little. As you sort of sit, you sort of drink some water from your water skin. You're sort of breathing. Your lungs feel quite heavy. And no matter how much sort of water you drink, you remain feeling pretty dehydrated.
I don't feel like that, right?
No. This is just Nix.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think Nix was the only one that got hit by multiple attacks in one turn, wasn't they? And had to roll a save. Do you need me to give you a look over, Nix, to see how you're doing?
Yeah, I still feel a bit, don't still feel the best.
Don't you worry, fella. I've got you. I'm gonna begin chanting a prayer to Lathander, and I'm just gonna have a little bit of a feel of the spiritual auras surrounding Nix to see if I can make any sense of what's going on. If it seems to be some kind of disease or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what role I do for that. But...
I will get you to make a medicine roll, but with advantage, with your heavenly powers. And it looks like you needed it. There is definitely some kind of affliction on Nix. Something is not right with his aura, but you are unsure of any details beyond that. It could be disease, it could be an illness, it could be some kind of curse, some kind of magical effect. Something is not right.
I finish this. Yeah, I'm not going to give that away as I'm doing this elaborate prayer to Lathander, of course. And I finish it and I go, yes, something is not right. I may be able to help you, but for legal reasons, I'm not going to promise I can. And then I put my hand on Nix's chest to just push.
Yeah.
And as they stumble back a little bit, I'll put 5 points and attempt to cure a poison or disease affecting them with my lay on hands.
Yeah.
And see if that has any effect. I don't know if it will, but...
With this Alpin with his gun as well? Or is that a separate issue?
Oh. I tried to use the disease poison thing, and it just says, lay on hands use blocked by pre-item roll macro.
Oh, shit.
Nix, as Arthur presses down on your chest and does this, you feel you feel like this warmth enter inside of you, and your lungs breathe deeper. You sort of you've got the full use of your lungs again. Whatever was afflicting you seems to have been lifted.
Fuck yeah! Morning, Lord.
It was indeed some kind of disease.
Oh.
Suck on that. Lathander is here to fucking kill some diseases.
I don't know. We go home for a day and you get all sort of bullshit.
Oh, you have to admit, I'm doing pretty fucking great since we left.
I-
Ignoring the partial stab wound.
Yeah. Carl has been, as we've been sat short resting, maybe experimenting a little bit with the what is it called? The firebolt. He'd never really tried that before. And then also thinking about Z and thinking about time in the forest and better times. And then he just thinking about that, he starts to sort of try and think about where we're going to go next and what we're going to do. And more importantly, he is going to ask Sam whether portent works. So do I just roll it?
Yes. So whenever you take a long rest, do a secret roll of 2d20s, and note them down somewhere like Z used to.
Yeah, I'll have to wait for a long rest.
What, you mean you haven't got a tracker for it, Sam? Come on.
I thought you did.
I've been waiting all campaign for this, man.
I genuinely can't think of a harder thing to automate. Unless you want to pause every dice roll that ever gets made.
Look, all I'm saying is if we get to the end of this campaign and it ends with us freeing Z from whatever is controlling them and I have to control Z again, I expect a portent tracker.
Fine. If you ever get to pause, if you ever get to control a Z again, I promise there'll be an automated portent tracker. That's my word.
As I haven't rolled the portent, can I roll it now?
Oh fuck! What if somebody gets level 9 spells? Yeah, sure, you can go for it.
I mean, I don't think that's possible.
I think hasn't everybody multi-classed now?
Unless, well, no, it's literally not. Even without that, it's not possible, right?
Who have we got?
Oh wait, no, well, yeah, because Elwyn's multi-classed, it's impossible. But also, Druid doesn't get access to Wish. Oh no,
Is it not on
no,
Druid?
he was Ranger, wasn't he? So he wouldn't have got access to it anyway.
Is it not on the Druid list, Wish?
I don't think Wish is. I
Okay.
think Wish is only on the Arcane list.
Oh yeah, that sounds likely. Actually, thinking about it, I guess
Yeah, it's only on Sorcerer and Wizard.
Oh.
I mean, Druid gets, I think, through Resurrection or whatever it is. Which kind of can obviously bring people back from literally like anything, but there's none of us are playing full casters,
Yeah.
so none unless someone dies and gets a new character.
With
You're safe.
with your portent, Carl, I'll rule it the same way I always did for Jake and Z. Essentially, if one of your party members makes a roll, it's too late. So
Yeah, that's
remind your party members nicely that the option is there if and when.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you guys take an hour to rest up. Everyone looks pretty good, other than Pepper, who apparently. I'm going to assume you would like Pepper to roll some hit dice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, Elwyn, you're the expert at this place, right?
Yeah.
Which way do we go to get to this bastard?
Can I figure out where we are?
Yeah, you can make a survival check at advantage because you are a master of terrains and you know this area. you don't recognise this one swamp. Doesn't particularly stick out in your memory. You from this spot where you're up on the hill, you can sort of take a look out around some of the wider area around you. Like I say, up to the northwest, you can see, looks about sort of 6 to 8 hours travel away through this marsh and swamps. You can see what looks like you can see at the edges of a forest. There are no landmarks that jump out to you immediately, Elwyn. You from the position of the sun, you know where north is, you know where east is, south and west, all of those. Using your experiences in Jakresh in the past, you do have you don't have a strong position on where you are right now. You couldn't say with absolute certainty. But as you sort of look out towards the west, and you can quite far in the distance, on the other side of that, even further beyond that sort of forest, you can see the long line of mountains which sit through Jakresh. So it certainly seems like you are certainly on the more eastward side of that area of the continent. But you don't have. There's certainly nothing at the moment where you can pull out like a real strong location on a map. You can narrow it down to an area of Jakresh, but certainly not anything with much great detail currently.
We're around here somewhere.
How do we find them?
Do we just start shouting really loudly until he turns up?
Find some tracks and try and lead the way to them.
I think that seems like the. It does seem the logical thing to do.
Yeah, well, we follow your lead, Elwyn.
So what do you want to do, sorry?
We're going to start heading towards the most likely area, and I'm going to try and look out for some birds or any animals.
Well, funny you should mention that. I've got an owl.
You have got an owl.
Although I'm assuming you're thinking more a bird that
Knows the
actually
area.
might know something about the area.
Can you speak to your owl?
Yes, I think so. But he doesn't know anything about the area.
But can you get him to fly up and have a look around and see if you see smoke or any
I
life?
think I can. I'm actually just looking for the stats, although I think there's a limit on how far they can go away.
I can also just fly.
So,
Helps,
oh well, yeah, that's probably.
if you're interested. It does require a level 3 spell slot, but I can do if you'd like.
I think I might be over the top at the moment. Oh no, he can go more than 100 feet away from me, but I lose communication with him. I think.
What intelligence has he got?
It's an owl.
2.
It's not great.
Yeah, alright.
Could be worse.
He's not intelligent enough for me to do my stuff.
It could be worse. That is true.
I mean, arguably. Oh no, yeah, that is a beast. So yeah.
Yeah. If he's got a 4+ or higher, I could do a telepathic link.
No, it's not that intelligent.
No.
I don't think. I don't think it's going to be useful for long. And owls notoriously are not birds with good vision,
Okay.
or at least long vision. I don't think. I think it had got good vision, but
I have a look and see if you can see where.
apparently they have got really good vision. Owls. Well, you learn something new every day.
Up the tree line and have a look around then.
I will
Can you see through his eyes as well, can't you?
up to 100 feet away. Yeah.
Depends how high the trees are.
What? That forest is like 6 to 8 hours march away from you.
Oh.
Because it's a ritual to summon to cast it. I will. That's how ritual spells work, isn't it? That
I'll just start walking that way then.
I spend 10 minutes
Yeah.
casting it rather than having to use a spell slot. So yeah, I will cast Find Familiar and
Yep.
bring forth James the Owl.
Nice.
James the Owl.
But you're just sending it out.
Yeah, send it up. Send him up 100 feet.
Mhm.
And actually look through his eyes myself. Having been assured by Wikipedia that owls can see larger prey like rabbits over a mile away.
Nice.
That definitely must be true.
Go on, let's get you out to make a perception check.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, sort of heads up, starts looking out. The owl can spot some. It spots a fair amount of like wildlife around in this sort of swamp and marsh area, but it sort of over to sort of the north of you, it can see 7, maybe even 800 feet away. It's a bit of a distance away. It can see some larger creatures, larger than just the sort of general wildlife of the swamp, walking around. They appear to be walking. They're actually walking. They're up to the north of you. They're walking westwards currently.
I'll relay that to the party. It sounds like there's something up there.
All right, lead us in the direction, I guess.
Yeah.
Should we head up to sort of cross their path behind them so that maybe Elwyn can track them
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
and then get some idea of what they are rather than just walking straight into them?
Yeah, that would probably be sensible.
Yeah, cool. I will get you to. You can start making your way out, heading up in that direction. Then, and you'll start wanting to almost come up behind them, yeah, so you can get a read on their tracks and stuff. Cool. Yeah, you start the owl. James sees them traveling westwards, so you can sort of start heading up north. You can almost veer a little bit westwards as well, making sure you're sort of almost heading up, so you sort of start taking the path up behind them. You eventually takes you close to an hour's travel through this like heavy mud and swamp and marsh. It's pretty disgusting, a lot of this terrain. But yeah, you catch up to an area where James is able to identify they've been through this area. And you can all see there are clearly some track marks where some creatures have been through this area.
Over to you, old man.
So something you want to investigate more closely, Owen?
Yeah, try and like
You can make that with advantage again.
I'm sure if I get the tracks, I can get the number if it's a known enemy.
14. Nice. Yeah, you do. You recognise these styles of tracks. You sort of have a look. You sort of take in the shape a little bit, the sort of judging from sort of the weight of it in the mud. Even you sort of pick up on a load of things. These are definitely orc tracks. You can pick up 5. Yes, you get numbers, don't you? Because they're a favoured foe. You can pick up 5 orc tracks heading in this western direction. There is also... what did you get, 14? There is also another set of tracks. They are not orcs, and you don't recognise them. But, yeah, 5 orcs and another creature. One other pair of tracks.
The other creature is with the orcs.
Yeah.
It's certainly it's on a very similar direction. Everything, Elwyn, and like the sort of the freshness of the marks and the tracks in the sort of mud and the ground. It's not impossible that they are not together, but it certainly seems likely.
Or the orcs are trapping them. Thing.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Let's go capture some orcs.
Yeah. Why not?
I guess we only need one.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Right.
What's the best way for us to capture them?
Manacles.
I meant more because we're behind them, so we can't really ambush them. We're just going to travel faster than them and catch up to them, or wait until they camp.
Wait to camp and sneak in.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're just going to follow along, not any kind of heavy pace. You're not trying to catch them as much as you are trying to follow them.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems cool.
I'll regularly send James up to make sure that they're not either outdistancing us or going off the path.
Yeah, you start travelling on, following along. This marsh and swamp is really heavy, really thick, wet mud. It really slows your pace down. It's quite a slow pace as you sort of trudge your way through in parts. It goes from like drier sections into sections where you're almost sort of like knee deep at times. It's quite heavy. Pepper sort of even struggles to really push through some of the deeper parts of it. This is really nasty terrain. You carry on travelling in this direction. You send James up from time to time, and James again can see them in the distance. Still, this movement heading westwards. Can't get close enough to sort of catch and get like a really clear view. But you can at least know that you're heading in the right direction. Still, Elwyn, you've got a especially with favoured foes, you've got a really clear sort of track on their tracks.
Also,
read on the tracks.
Swamp is my favourite area as well, so it doesn't slow me down.
That is true. Yeah, it doesn't slow you down. Yeah, that is true. You carry on. You've been travelling in this westwards direction, following this now for close to 3 hours. It's sort of shortly after midday. The sort of sun's right up above you, and even in this sort of fetid swampland, the sun is like really sort of hammering down towards you now. It's really quite overpowering. There's no shadow, no shelter overhead. It's quite nasty. You carry on. One of the times you send James up, Carl, as James sort of comes back and you're able to sort of get a read and update, they have stopped moving. This group you are following, they are currently around a mile ahead of you. You can actually, you just about can see some visuals at this point yourselves as you sort of look on over. You've sort of come out of some of the heavier muddy areas into this sort of drier, just not sand but real, like almost like dry mud across the landscape. And you can see in the distance, you can see some figures. Looks like the right sort of number. It's certainly in the direction you are travelling, but still a bit too far to get any real heavy specifics. They have stopped, though. Do you want to stop? Do you want to carry on?
I think we stop. What do you say?
How close are we?
1 mile, roughly.
Stop for about 20 minutes and see what they do. I reckon.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys can wait. You send James up again. They still seem to be stopped. These creatures, they're not moving currently. How far is it James can go?
James can go after going 100 feet. He can go as far as he wants.
Okay.
After he's 100 feet out, then I can't.
So you don't have the immediate communication, but he can travel out further and come back.
Yeah. So as long as he's intelligent enough to fly out there and fly back, he could fly over to them. But I don't
That's up
quite
to you,
know
I
how
guess.
that works. I think we should send him. We might as well send him out. We'll send him closer.
You can do that. So yeah, you send him out. He does. It returns to you. So can you communicate? Obviously, you can't see through it. Can you communicate when it returns? Like, do you have any communication with the?
Once he's within 100 feet, I have telepathic communication with him.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, when it returns, you sort of get the this sort of telepathic update, I guess. What I can see there are 5 orcs. There is another creature with them, a larger creature, a 2-headed creature, which is travelling with them. It seems they are currently this group have stopped and paused. They are currently seems like they are feasting over some kind of animal carcass.
Pass this on. Is it worth trying to creep up on them?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a mile to cross. That's quite a long way. But they don't appear to be paying much attention.
Um.
I mean, if we had any way of moving without being
When we
spotted,
get an hour to them, I will then cast Pass Without a Trace. When we get like.
I reckon we're
5 minutes away.
within an hour now.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
We
We'll cast Pass Without a Trace then to get a 10+ on the stealth check.
And then I reckon we move forward quietly, slowly.
Yeah. If I just.
Don't know if you more manoeuvrable types, and I guess that's Nix and Elwyn, want to flank us a little bit.
Yeah.
How quietly does Artir move?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus 10's quiet. I'm guessing.
yeah.
like throwing a bag full of tin cans down a corridor.
Yeah. What about Jean?
Well, if we're probably trying to travel quietly, I can take my armor off, but that does require me to not have armor.
Well, no, I mean neither. Actually, Carl, I guess he's relatively quiet, no armor. But I was thinking the 3 of us approach quietly as we can.
The difference being, I can put my arm back on in an action, so it's not that hard to put it back on. But yeah,
Well, you get plus 10, so you got a minimum of what 11 probably stealth.
it's a disadvantage.
Still a minimum of 11.
Yeah.
Attributes stealth. Actually, it'd be 16 plus 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
disadvantage, so
Still
I'll
plus
leave
six.
it on.
So, but I think if we creep up as far as we can, let's do it.
Why not?
Yeah. This is the whole party heading up, yeah.
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 So
Cool. In that case, I will get everybody to make a stealth check. And yeah, everyone's got obviously the pass without trace
I've
bonus.
got disadvantage.
Oh.
Which is still a 20 and an 18 with disadvantage.
I swear this time I clicked on the disadvantage, it didn't work. I need to roll again.
That's cool. Nice.
I can't see what first roll. It says 12, so it's 18.
Yeah, so 28 with the plus 10, yeah. Nice, you are all pretty stealthy. Yeah, you guys head your way down closer to these creatures. You get to within about 100 feet or so. You've got a real clear eye on them at this point. You can see there is a group of orcs, and what you, Elwyn, you recognise immediately as an Etin, a two-headed minor giant. You've encountered these in Jakrash before. These Etins are often train is probably a kind word, enslaved by orcs. Despite them towering over the orcs are able to use their superior intellect. It's not great, but it is superior to an Etin, to essentially just enslave and control these small giants. They are not full-sized giants, but they will stand comfortably over a sort of average man.
These also count as my favourite enemy as well.
They do.
is it Elwyn? Is it some sort of troll? Is it going to regenerate?
Would I know that would not be the case? They're just giants and have two heads.
You've certainly never seen an Etin that has any kind of regenerative abilities. No.
Yeah. No, they're just really strong. Just imagine you have two heads.
Jesus.
Would I know that the heads argue with each other sometimes, or
They do. The Etins tend to have two very distinct. They are not two. They are not like, it's not like a two-headed creature with a single consciousness. They are two creatures sharing one body. They certainly don't all comically argue with each other, but you know they certainly can. They are two creatures sharing one physical body.
yeah, it might be a slave one. So, to be fair, it might be the easiest one to leave alive for information.
So what? Go for the orcs, take them out, and hope that the Etin,
It's a slave and friendly. Yeah.
yeah, decides to side with us. How? What? You've fought these guys before, right? Elwyn, what should we be looking at in terms of fighting these orcs? What are we looking like we're walking into?
Orcs are pure rage. They are not refined in any way. They are a step above wild animals, certainly, but they are particularly in a combat situation. They tend to degenerate to pretty primal actions. They're not particularly strong tacticians. They are not great strategic minds. And they are not, to be fair, Elwyn, the orcs of Jakrash especially, they tend to win combats through numbers rather than pure strength of themselves. A single orc is not certainly for combatants of your party's levels, a single orc wouldn't be a threat to any of you. You would guess, Elwyn, looking at this group, the Etin's probably the closest thing to a genuine threat to you. And even that, you fought and defeated Etins in your past, Elwyn.
Should be easy pickings.
Okay. Are we going to try and leave one of these orcs alive, just in case we need to talk to it?
I would say the Yetin, where they generally use as slaves.
Yeah, but the orcs are slightly smarter, aren't they? So they might know a little more. I think we try and keep one orc alive.
I'll
And try and get the Etin on our side, maybe?
Charles will take the rope off his pack and say, I'll get an orc.
Okay. Let's go
This
orc
might
rustling.
be easier. I'm sure I've got 2 manticles.
I think I've got manacles as
I
well.
think I might have given them to you actually.
I've certainly had some, although I don't think I have at the moment.
One as well.
Oh yeah, manacles. No, I've got some manacles.
Yeah, I think I gave it to you.
Yeah, well I'll hit it with the rope and then we can put some manacles on it.
Cool. What
Sounds
I'll do, you guys are obviously, you've got some kind of drop on them currently. They don't seem aware of you, and you all got your bonus from the pass without trace. You've all got a surprise on them currently. We'll go into initiative and go through it in initiative. You've got surprise on them currently, unless either somebody attacks or does something to break that, or you get to a point where your various stealth rolls that you've already made fail at some point. You basically remain having surprise. So if you don't do everything in the first round, unless you've done something that disturbs them, round 2 they'll still get no actions, if that makes sense.
So get in position first and get prepped.
Nyx, you're top of initiative.
I'm just gonna like move forward a little bit and like hide behind here.
Yeah, that's cool. Elwyn.
I am going to. I'm gonna.
With a plus 10, your stealth rolls are ridiculous.
I'm gonna
pass
start
that trace is good.
I must be in charge of this token. Oh. I was gonna do my starry form of the archer,
Yeah, that's cool.
but for some reason it's not working.
Oh, really?
Pepper's
Okay.
gonna hide up here. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna move high up here behind these cactuses.
Cool.
I am a cactus.
Pepper staying at the back. I like it. Carl.
I'm gonna move to there, and then I guess I will dash as an action up against the
Mm-hmm.
just tucked in against the rock at the moment with the rope.
As you
Right.
dash, can I get you to make another stealth check for me?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that went well.
You still got the plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of dash over. You obviously you pick up your pace a little bit. You're aware of your footsteps. You look over, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of reactions or anything. Archer.
That's me, I'm Arthur. I am going to... I'm right in thinking I can move stealthily if I move half my speed.
Yes.
So I'm going to 5, 10, 15 feet to here.
Yeah.
And just literally, I'm like tiptoeing because I know how loud I'll be if I move anything quicker than that.
Tuck in behind that rock with Nyx, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
John.
Oh, we roll bloody well on our initiative, other than John.
Yeah, well, standard. Also, I think I have armor on right still. I didn't take it off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, I get the key. What's the backup second? Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, So I think from there. Yes, I'm going to hold an action to fire a lightning bolt in this general direction
Yep.
towards these two orcs.
Yep.
Should one advance towards me, or if I'm out an or, one of my teammates spoils the fun.
Yep, that's cool. Yeah, end of round 1. None of you have been detected, so you have another surprise round. Nix, you are top of advantage, or top of initiative. Sorry.
I'm gonna. Oh no, I should have. Was my gun reloaded?
Yeah, it's on full currently. Yeah. I'm happy, by the way. Any time at the start of any combat, you can just reload it, assuming you've reloaded between combats. Like, I think that's a reasonable assumption.
I just keep on forgetting.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not. I feel like if you're someone that uses a gun as their main weapon, like you're probably reloading it between combats, unless we go from like one to another immediately or something.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know it doesn't feel it, but technically you're proficient at that.
Yeah.
He's making an attack, is he?
What?
Got start sometime. No, he's just setting his gun off.
Yeah, he's just letting him know we're here. Just shooting into the air.
We're
Well,
not gonna find out anyways, right? Because we're all kind of stood in the open.
Did we get advantage because we were attacking from hidden?
Yes, you should have done. Make a second roll for me, quick.
Purely because that means you get sneak attack, right?
Yes.
Any results?
Wait, do I make it with?
Do it with advantage. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just undo the damage off that one.
How do I do it?
Hold Alt.
Oh, I did misfire. I read that as a misfire.
To be fair, that was just a hit again, but still, yeah. I'll just put through the damage from the first one for you next. So yeah, you got 13 damage through on that.
Okay.
You got a second attack if you want it.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Nix, start of the second round of this, just lets off the 2 bullets in succession. That first orc, just there's a splatter of blood as it just drops down dead on the ground. The orcs all begin, you hear them sort of panic and begin moving. Jahan, you've got your held action.
Yeah. Oh, I actually can't get both of them somehow, apparently. Even though I definitely should be able to. I just can't, like...
That's fine. Pop it there. It's all good.
Yeah, it's because I can't rotate it to the right angle. Like, I can either rotate it basically 2 spaces, and I need, like, to be in between. So I just leave it there.
Yeah, it's all good.
Bloody hell. Big boy spell.
And then this one also makes... well, this could be quick.
I'm assuming we're not taking one alive then.
Well, I didn't know how many there are. I'm assuming there's more. I can't actually see any more.
Was there anything else on your turn, Nix?
no
You've
idea.
taken your two attacks. Any bonus actions or anything?
There's one left.
No.
2 left.
Elwyn, it's your turn.
Back on 1 second, quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Oh.
I was pressing the blade.
Nice. Yeah, it hits, and you see another one just takes this arrow to the side as it sort of turns around and reacts to Nix's gunshot and just drops dead.
Oh.
Nice. That hits the Etin for 19 damage. Anything else for you, Owen?
No. Oh, I'm going to bonus action hide.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. How'd you roll a 2 and end up with 20? Yeah, Carl, it's your turn.
Carl looks at the exploded orc in front of him and the rope in his hand he was going to grapple it with. And we'll step forward. Oh,
there you go.
there you go. Thank you. Oh, that's better. Oh, there's one down there. And that's within 30 feet. So I will say the magic word and the rope will sneak out, targeting this boy down here.
Nice. I believe if you target it and roll the rope, it should do it
Ooh,
all.
that would be cool. Where is the rope?
Nice. Yeah.
It did. Cool.
Yeah, your rolls are private for some reason, but there you go.
Oh yeah, that's because I've got it on private gem roll for when I rolled mine.
Of course, yeah. That creature is restrained.
Hey, great. Has it made its? Did it get a roll? Or
Yeah, it made a dex save. Yeah.
Then what I would like to do is start pulling it towards me, but I guess that might be next time.
Yeah, because that takes an action to do that. Yeah.
In which case, I don't have any. We'll fight off the urge to rage. I will look over at the Etin and I will shout in common, on your knees.
It doesn't seem to understand you, that you can tell immediately.
Well, I'm going back to D. Goodbye.
Archer.
That's me. I'm confused now because I see an arrow in the Etin.
You do.
Loads of dead orcs. So I'm just gonna start running out here. That orc's restrained.
Yes.
Currently restrained.
So I'll stand. I'll just jump out here. See, there is literally no other orcs around alive.
Nope. You've made very short work of them.
I will stand there with my sword drawn. Tell the Etin to get on the fucking ground and hold my attack in case it charges me.
Okay. The Etin doesn't do anything because it's got you had a surprise round still. Jahan.
I move sort of to here, I think.
Yep.
Apparently I can't move. It's a measuring distance, that's why. Okay, cool, awesome. Oh, there's one down here.
Yeah, that one's restrained. Carl's got the rope of entanglement around it.
Cool. Sorry, I had to step out the room for a second.
That's all good.
Is this flat, this map? Because obviously it shows.
Yeah, it's a little sort of textured, but nothing that's going to prevent you guys moving around. You're good.
Yeah, it sort of shows like 15-foot, 20-foot drops, but
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna start charging up my lightning launcher, but then look over, like obviously hear what Archer says and say, "What are we not killing this one or not?"
Oh yeah.
I'll just pow down, and I guess I'll hold an action to use it.
Yeah, that's cool. Nix.
If they attack us.
Yeah. No worries. Nix, your turn.
Big thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot that one though.
The orc that's currently restrained by Carl.
Carl's not there.
Carl's got
Carl's got it wrapped up in rope.
it covered up in the rope of entanglement. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. Right. If I shoot, will it break out?
You probably kill it.
It's shooting it won't break it free from the rope. No.
If you get blood on the rope, you're cleaning it.
That's fine. I can clean up rope.
Sneak attack, yes or no?
No.
Have you not got a pop up on your screen asking you at the moment about it?
No.
Okay. Can you? Why? That's twice it's done that with you tonight. In that case, can you roll 1d10 for me for the damage? Because it's not rolled your damage. I'm pretty sure it's because you had advantage and it asks you for sneak attack. But I could be wrong. Nice. Cool.
I'll clean the rope afterwards.
Hey.
I'll clean the rope afterwards.
That's very kind of you. Yeah. Anything else for you?
No.
Just letting off one warning shot here. Elwyn.
After hearing them say to stop, I'm going to move 35 feet up here. Let's see everything. Orcs restraint. I'm going to shout in the language I would know the Yetian speaks. So saying, "We your masters now, get down on your knees," and I'll point my bow at him.
Nice. Can I get you to make for me? Where's that? Yeah, intimidation check for me.
And I assist him in giving him advantage by just like making my sword
there's
glow
two.
and my eyes flare
There are
up.
two other weapons pointed in its direction currently. I think that will count for advantage. Sure.
You have -1 to your intimidation.
Intimidations, yeah, -1.
He's old. Old people aren't scary.
Arrows are scary.
Cool. You are not sure in its immediate response, Elwyn. But yeah, you call out, attempt to intimidate it into some kind of surrender. Carl.
I will keep watching the orc. I'm going to attempt to pull it over and towards me.
Nice. Make a. Yeah, make a strength check.
Yeah. Doing quite well.
You can put it right up over towards you.
Oh, lovely. Does it fall over in that process?
Sure.
In which case, I will, for now, just threaten it with the sword.
Nice.
While wondering how I'm going to get the manacles. I might have to put the sword down in a minute. But yeah, I'll just keep an eye on it. If necessary, no, I'm not even going to. I can't even hold an action. The action was pulling it. That's it.
Arthur?
I'll just pump a little bit like divine into the sword, and my eyes flash. And I'll just guttural, deep speech, like yell out some kind of expletive to tell it to get on the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Consider that my help for the intimidation.
The orc on his turn will struggle against this rope that you've got round it, Carl.
And get away.
It does. It breaks free
Mm.
from the restraint. Pulls itself up to its feet from prone. And it actually turns to run away from you as you're sort of pulling it towards you. You can take an opportunity attack.
I will very. I'll actually take a sentinel attack if that's okay.
Yeah. Sure.
I appreciate the chance of it not getting away, and then do that, and then. Yeah, you're not going anywhere, boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. breaks free, pulls itself up, and you just slice it down. It is the Etin's turn, and you can see the two heads. One is looking over in Jahan and Arturia's direction. The other looks over, and so you can see it sort of circles round, looks over from Nyx round to Carl and round to Elwyn. And they both the heads sort of stop, and they turn and like look at each other. And then the Etin drops down onto its knees. And this creature tower above any of you quite comfortably. This is a large two-headed giant. But it just drops down to its knees. And almost begins letting out this borderline pathetic sort of whimper. As the two heads just kind of... You could just hear them sort of almost muttering to each other. Almost sort of just arguing. Dismay at their situation. You guys can come out of initiative. I think you are comfortably in the controlling seat here.
Well, that was fun. I'm not sure you quite understood the don't kill things though, guys.
We're only leaving one alive.
We don't seem to have an orc alive question.
He ran.
What, you couldn't punch him?
I didn't have a hand free. I had the rope in one hand, the sword in the other. It was a reaction.
Yeah, okay.
Can I walk over to Yetin
Yeah.
and ask if it knows common?
Both of the heads, as you sort of speak out, you see they both look at you. This creature, obviously, it's not restrained, but it's sort of just knelt down on its knees, and they both sort of look at you and just look a little confused as you speak in common. There's no sort of sign of understanding.
We'll go in giant and ask if they knew any other languages.
And yeah, as you ask about the giant, one of the heads sort of looks at you, doesn't say anything, and then the other one just sort of nods and then says, "We understand."
Am I the only one that speaks? Oh yeah, I'm the only one that speaks giant, am I? Because
You are.
I speak giant, just no, it's not that useful. Is there any more of the green stinky guys?
Of the what? Sorry,
Green stinky.
I can't. Sorry, you got like some interference on your mic. Went a bit funny.
Is there any more of the green stinky guys?
Oh, and the Etin, both of the heads kind of they nod quite quickly. And the one that was quiet initially speaks up and says, They're everywhere. This is their land.
Where are the rest of them? Just point. You don't need to reply. Just point in the direction where they are in.
And you see both the heads sort of turn to look at each other for a second, and then both of the arms go out in perfectly opposite directions.
What's the name of the leader of the group you're in?
The they call him. They call him. Kulgar, they call him.
We're about to see now.
They both, their heads sort of turn and look at each other again, and then one of them turns back to you and just goes, just says to you, he led his own warband into the forest. They look for other creatures. They hunt them.
I will relay this to the rest of the group.
Where's their camp, do you think?
They don't seem that intelligent to know where a camp is. They're in the forest, like.
The forest
Where
is-
are they? In Giant. Where are they going to go after they've got their hunt?
Again, they every time you ask a question, they almost look at each other, almost like they're sort of like checking with the other what they're going to say, and then they sort of look back at you, and one of them just says, "Well, wherever the game is, they go wherever the hunt is."
Were you trying to catch up with them, or were you left behind because you were weak?
No, we chased more creatures. We killed them. We ate them. Well, he ate them. He sort of nods at the other head.
What are we going to do with this thing?
I don't know. All we know is they're in the forest and they're going to go and hunt.
Did we see how big the forest was?
You could see it from where you were. It didn't look massive particularly. Certainly this isn't on a sort of large map. It probably wouldn't even really be marked. It's estimate from where you were, probably a few miles across at most. It wasn't a massive forest. We're not going into previous territory.
Oh, I was getting ready to walk backwards.
Not of our final moments.
I've
Should we
been
go?
practicing and everything.
So we go and find him? How many... ask him how many of them went into the forest.
Do you think this?
And they look to each other again, turn back to you, and his whole warband.
You help kill the warband now.
One of the two heads laughs, and the other one looks at you a little bit more seriously and says, "Far too many to kill."
Are they weak like these?
Some of them like these, but some of them not. Some different, some bigger. He calls them the Black Sun.
Have I ever heard that name before?
Yeah, you have. you are aware from your times into Crash and your various encounters and melees with orcs, Elwyn, of a section of the orcs, or more specifically ogres that again sort of work with the orcs, known as Black Sun ogres. The finer sort of meaning behind this, you're not you're not sure on. They are some kind of mutated or magically affected ogres. Tend to operate in relatively small packs, normally in 2s or 3s. Quite fierce. Certainly more of a challenge than the orcs you have just felled in the space of 6 seconds. Also, from your previous encounters with them, Elwyn, you would know they have these glowing, almost like tattoos, some kind of like art, almost carved into their sort of leathery skin. Seems to make them, seems to give them some kind of not immunity to magic, but they seem to kind of withstand quite well. And they themselves seem to have some kind of magic abilities.
So we need magic. The big ogres we need to kill with swords. That's you next.
Sorry, I didn't get any of that.
After we want to take out the ogres.
Say again, Owen.
Nick's the one to take out the ogres.
Okay, I heard that, but I still didn't understand.
Wait, Nyx will be the one to take out the ogres.
Ogres got ya.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed. Just have to make sure they don't misfire. Wait. We made it through combat without Nyx misfiring.
We did. Nix, well done.
The Forest gun.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Gutted.
Killed
My God.
2 ogres? 1?
3
Nyx,
times
what's
actually.
going on? What's going on?
I know.
Went last.
3 times and no misfires.
Inspiration there.
New place, new me.
When Elwyn, when you tell us about the, you tell us about the.
Yeah, about the ogres and Black Sun and.
Yeah, when you're
Right,
talking about
yeah,
that,
magic.
Carl definitely starts rubbing the tattoos he's got on his forearms, and asking about the tattoos. That sounds interesting. Quick look at, none of these guys got any glowing tattoos.
No, nothing you can see at all. No.
Interesting.
Questions what to do with these two.
Well, Carl sort of wanders round to the opposite side of these two from you. And says, well, looks like we're going hunting then.
What would you like to do, I guess?
Oh, I thought Carl went behind him because he was going to slice the heads off or something.
He thought
That's what I
about
was
it.
waiting. That's what
No,
I was waiting.
he thought he's currently thinking about it, and then he looks over towards Elwyn as if just
I'll ask one more question.
asking.
So, were you a slave or were you a part of the warband? in Giants D2.
Yeah, they sort of look at each other again. They almost look a little bit confused. They just sort of look back at you. You almost get the impression on their faces like, what's the difference?
Were you there by choice, or were you there because they were the stronger?
We're there because they're superior.
And we're superior to them. Does that mean you follow us now?
The two heads, you see them kind of look at each other, and they sort of look back at you, slowly turn their heads back, and then one of them just goes, "Of course."
Can I insight check it? 'Cause
Yeah, you can insight check it.
Do I believe him?
This absolutely drips with disingenuous nature.
Can I do like a thumb down point to Carl?
Yeah?
And yeah, when Carl gets that, I will step in and then attack. Do I get any kind of?
You've got advantage, yeah.
Lovely. So I'll actually select them as a target first. And then
You just behead them.
there you go. Lovely.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
They were going
Whoa.
to betray us.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay.
I was hoping we would have some. I hope they would help us, but I was wrong.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. It happens.
But we got
Giant-
some information out of them.
Giants will be giants. Which way are we going then?
They're in the forest hunting, so we can either try and find somewhere to spring a trap, or just go and attack them.
They got these orcs with them, right? Ogres with
Ogres,
them
yeah.
that are a bit of a bigger deal.
Yeah, but what if we, say, find them something to munch on?
Like a dragon.
Like a dragon, or a
Nix.
giant boar, or a giant elk that's just that in the middle of nowhere that they want to try and surround.
John, how tough's your armor?
And I've just realised I can't do that because I've used all my spell slots apart from my first level.
Oh yeah.
We've not actually had a long rest for quite a few combats now, right?
Yeah, we must be teetering on exhaustion, right? Because we're at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm pretty sure we haven't rested since.
You've been going pretty full on.
We haven't rested. We didn't rest last night.
How
We went straight to the city. So
how far away is the forest?
Probably now, 2 hours walk.
Yeah, I think maybe we just try and find a nice little resting place and have a rest.
you think?
I think the
Yeah,
forest has at least got cover.
Yeah, but it's closer to them. There's more chance for them to just run into us, isn't there?
Here, at least we can see them coming at us because it's quite flat ground.
Okay. Correctly, it's hot.
You guys want to take a long rest here, where you are now?
We'll make a suitable camp.
Lunchtime.
They've made a camp for us.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We will pause there and resolve your attempt to rest next session, I guess.
I don't like the way you said that.
Well, you're not resting in the safest of areas, but also if anything does go wrong, 10 p.m. doesn't seem the best time to resolve that. So,
Well, this is fair.
That is true.
we will pick that up
Good.
next session.
Good thing it's only 9:59 then, isn't it?
Assuming our rest goes really well, are we then going to just head to the forest and
Yeah, fight an army of orcs.
fight an army of
Those
orcs?
guys died so fucking easily. It'd be so simple to fight an army of orcs.
Can I get that
I'd like
right?
to point out that this would have been easier if we'd gone to Griffinsteel.
Yes.
Especially considering we need to go to both places eventually.
I think it's a bit too fresh going straight to Griffin still.
Griffinsteel's just going to
I
be...
had no issue going to
lot.
Griffinsteel.
You can go.
Yeah.
3 people in the party had an issue going there.
2, right? Nix isn't on any of the wanted posters.
No, I think it's just.
He's not any wanted posters, but Wender didn't give him a particularly
True,
friendly farewell.
Oh, that's next week's problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
By the way, just as a point of order, my name is pronounced John.
I've said it right every time. I've
That's
always
my
said
fault.
John.
How am I pronouncing your name, by the way? Is it Arthur?
Huh? Uh-huh.
Okay, that's fine. then.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It is
Just
Arturia.
assume that I know how to pronounce your names, but Carl's doing it wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you would never see my name spelled, I suppose. So.
Jahan.
I'm not even sure I can write.
So sorry for almost killing your animal companion as well, Owen. I tried my best.
It's fine. Almost is okay, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It almost is just about forgivable.
Note how he doesn't say sorry to me or Cormac for almost killing our characters.
Oh,
Yeah, I get-
that
kind of
crit
think one
hit
of
you
you-
took was hardcore.
Yeah, that was on that. Well, had I not been resistant to necrotic, it would have downed me.
Yes, it would have done. Yeah, in one hit. Yeah.
Because I was 25 HP away and was due to take about 30 more necrotic, I think.
Yeah, I think you
I
might
would-
be right.
I was not looking forward to being told that raging does not halve necrotic damage. But,
Yeah.
I know you want to play Pathfinder, but isn't it just like a bit much?
Oh, I'm
What,
not
trying
trying
to
to
kill us
kill you. I'm not. I spoke about this with Charlie in the group chat yesterday. Like, I genuinely don't like. I don't like it when a player character dies because.
Yeah, okay.
No, I
You
don't.
developed a bit of a taste for it this campaign.
yeah.
Exactly like I said yesterday. The Oaken was bad rolls. Eleanor was not my fault in any way. Genuinely was
My
not.
fault. It was literally Carl's fault, I think. I can't remember who ran off. Someone ran off.
I think Carl ran out for one direction, didn't they? And then possibly, yeah,
Eleanor
didn't
ran
Carl,
off.
didn't Carl go
Carl
up some
ran-
stairs
Carl
and
ran
then
off.
went in a
Yeah.
direction? Obviously, when Eleanor went to follow, didn't know which direction he had gone in. So then you
I
kind
chose
of,
the wrong direction.
yeah.
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 I believe that might be the case.
Um,
But the thing is that Phil wasn't around for the STK campaign.
No.
But like the fudging that you did in there to keep us alive. For example, the boulder, which definitely should have killed at least most of the party. In fact, I'm pretty much sure it should have just been me and Jake alive.
The
But-
fudging on that balances out the fact that like I put you in an extremely harsh situation with Warforged and Z's deaths.
Yeah, I do blame you for that one, but that's fine.
That's
Given
I
us
will
something
accept
to
that.
fight, so.
Exactly.
I think we've got to blame the party. The party needs to run away more.
Uh,
Although
But catch you a bit later. I need the toilet.
No worries. See that, Shano.
But-
Yeah, I think that's a perennial rule of D&D is that is parties need to run away more, but naturally it feels wrong to you.
It's really it's actually really hard to like. As players, I think know when to run away and when it's like, oh, the GM's just trying to make it challenging. But it's also hard as a GM as how to telegraph that as well.
yeah,
I mean,
it's so difficult.
the
I
boulder was there a sign that says you should run away from this. You can't fight
Yes,
an animal
yeah.
object rolling towards you.
And yet,
we still decided
we tried.
Well, some of us did.
Yeah, that
Bryn did not.
I think it didn't bring like Misty Step into other little side passageways and then just
Yeah.
look on in horror, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of very short people decided that they could stop the boulder with their heads.
I think one lone Birdman could have done that.
had a great. It's alright. He had Harshnag with him because he sent him to his death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to kill Harshnag, practically kill Harshnag at the same time. Jesus Christ, that was a whole shit show, wasn't it?
It was.
Did Hashtag die in the end?
No,
No,
Harshnag came back. It was a
Harshnag. Harshnag got in quotes killed by the dragon and then came back at the end, didn't he?
He did Gandalf
Oh, yeah.
basically.
Zephyros,
Yeah.
the storm giant you met right at the beginning, like, yeah, brought Harshnag back to help you, didn't he, in the last fight? Yeah.
He was a cloud giant, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. So he was a cloud giant. You're right. Yes.
Floaty giant.
Indeed.
Oh dear.
A flying wizard's tower with a wizard's hat. That was cool.
That was awesome.
Cool.
He's a huge giant. Wow.
Harshnag
He's a huge giant.
That's what it says on the D&D wiki that I've just
Oh
Googled.
yeah.
And it says huge giant, and that just seems like, wow, that must be really big.
Well,
is a
he's-
dude.
I think if you look at any of the giants stat blocks, they'll all say they're huge giants.
That's boring.
Because huge is their character size, giant is their race.
Oh, did we not have to drop Harshnag's introduction in? Didn't you have like a really horrific
'cause
encounter
we
with two
rolled
hill giants where everything was
so-
going wrong? Yeah.
It was fire giants.
Oh
wasn't
yes,
it?
that's right. Yeah.
We went after some fire giants and
got the sneak
just
drop on them, and it still went horrific.
got the
I
sneak
think.
drop on them, and we got a whole surprise round. Rolled nothing but misses, and then they rolled like tons of fucking massive hits.
Yeah, this sounds about right. Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't have won the fight anyway, but it shouldn't have gone that badly.
Well, yeah, the odds weren't that badly stacked against it, considering how much we had in terms of like magic items and
Yeah,
stuff.
it went so bad.
But yeah, it was TPK. Well, it wasn't. It was one or two people might get away kind of situation.
Yeah.
I think
Right,
it ended up being.
I'm
but-
going to bounce, so I will
Yeah.
catch you all next week.
No worries. See you later, dude.
See ya.
Au revoir.